your life.
Okay, so what the question?
Can you speak about the beauty of life and how we can more appreciate it?
Yes. What happened is that when we watch and observe the life all around, whatever relatives we called families, and they are repeating and repeating, like in normal, their parents said you become engineer, you become doctor, you become that make more money, more, because that's only they know. From the heart, of course, they want to send their children to best school, best education. But if they don't know any better, that what is the best education, which is in material life, of course, these are bread earning educations, bread earning educations to survive, to make money and all this. But there is a knowledge which cannot be taught, which can only be caught. And there, not that you nurture and nourish your belly, but nurture and nourish belly was called vessels. Vessels means uh, body carer. That's why all the businessmen you will find all over the world big bellies. Uh, but then these were like four words. Four words means Sudras means the legs which support the society. Then Kshatriyas, the fighters, and then there were Vaishyas, who were businessmen, tradesmen, and moneymen. Then there was more refinement, you can say, that Brahmanas. Brahmanas were also known as Kohens, Khans, a kind of people who will see beyond the physical body. So that means the knowledge. But what happens is that people got trapped into that the real knowledge come from reading scriptures or reading about it. No, the enlightened one showed that this is not that kind of knowledge we are talking about. This is knowingness which cannot be known and which cannot be unknown. So just accept it as a beautiful music. So all it is, the trap is within the mind. For example, you know how the mind become water, a water, purified water. Like, am I reacting to this? No, just see. So that's how the more soft heart, pure heart become Ganga Jal. Ganga Jal means the ultimate pure, purest of the which uncorruptible, that heart. So that's why the signified the purest water. And the what is beyond the education which feed the belly, that was the toward the head, means that is above the body, that is above the body. But we are totally entangled into the body mind sensual thieves. Sensual thieves, senses are called the thieves because they are five holes, 10 holes. They are leaking our energy. What is energy? energy, the attention, the quality of life which were gifted as a child, and then slow and slow we get entrapped. What are the five senses?
Sight, smell, hearing, taste, touch.
Yeah, and they're the five which we doing activities and knowing activity. So these are called 10 senses. So one become slave slowly because most of the worldly people, either they are slave of the tongue or some music and all that. So what is indicating? Indicating means this body, 10 holes, the leaking energy, leaking energy. Leaking means only when we get attached, and inside we are so bored and lonely, miserable, that we have to have attachment. We have to have attachment, and attachment they don't know that is the other name of not only detachment but jealousy. Jealousy, the other name of anger. These are the words, 26 alphabet, different word, different word, different word. Actually, as in the previous tape, we talked about light and the matter. Light means what? Not the knowledge through the books, no, which cannot be known. That's where the holy scriptures, so-called holy scriptures, Upanishads, the Tao Te Ching talk about the truth cannot be taught; it can only be caught, and that's why the gurus and sadgurus are the light torch bearer. Means that through their satsang, your own guru wake up, and then you already are. There is nothing to be learned, is that simple. But because the truth is too simple, that's why we have turned ourselves down on the we are doing all people are doing headstand. What is the headstand? Not physically, but in reality. They're doing headstand. Head means head, ego, ego, ego. So they are doing all the time headstand and they can't figure it out. Even if they figure out the methods, techniques, the time, this course, this practice, this sadhana, this kriya, that kriya, all doing headstand. Because the truth you cannot refine and improve on it. All you improve, your improvement motivational programs and those methods and technique and all motivate you to a big, fatter, bigger, fat ego. That's all. You can wash your black cow with your soap 1 year or 10 years. It will still remain black buffalo. Of course, you can put white cream and all kind of creams. It will still remain. And that's exactly what we are doing. The ego itself, the fundamental uh, self-centered, egocentric illusion, because you are not the body is in you. You are not the mind is in you. Use them as a tool. Don't make them the master. Money is not your God. So, but again and again and again, all the religions, all the techniques, all the authorities, all the power, they come back again and again to the same illusion. More power, more power, more power, more Vatican, more this, more, and that's always happen. For example, you buy a property and the HOA is more popular is more powerful than the owners. And that's where the group is always, groupism is like hyenas. Group is more powerful. That's what the world is going on. But the tiger walks alone. And it is not alone. Why is called the King of Kings? Because it is one with the oneness. When it has eaten the food, it leaves the rest for all other creatures. It's not violent, it's totally non violent. It follows the laws of nature. And that dharma, that quality has gone. So people are manifesting adharma. Adharma means unrighteousness. How can they know righteousness when they live out of ego, for the ego, of the ego? How? You are in a beautiful jail, but still jail is a jail. Prison is a prison, whether it's made up of gold walls or whether it's made up of emerald walls. And that is why the royal families, they can sip on the royalties. But how long? Because the level is not only sipping and eating. Ha ha ha. Sipping and eating. No, it is about givingness. And that's what Mother Nature is doing. Without any tax bills, the, the most powerful prana is flowing. The sun is giving the sun. And by in its very giving, receiving is hidden. Yet it does not need to receive. It only recirculate. Because the joy of giving is 10 times bigger than taking. So that's how again and again this light which came, you know, through, let's say, thousands of years, tribal age, tribal age, fighting, conquering, killing for boundaries, for land, for the mind and consciousness the same. It has changed hands or different, but inside, suppose 10,000 years ago, if people were jealous and the king will conquer or overpower some beautiful woman, is it not the same? It's the same.
Yeah.
What has changed? Computer, more easy, more quick. It's the same. The stealing mentality before with the gun and with that. Now,
Straight to the account.
huh?
Straight to the bank account.
More educated, Thai, very intelligent kids from Hyderabad, from China, they are there, and inside they are like thieves, look like thieves too. You know, they may dress me like this too. But how can you hide? By your own consciousness. Because by limiting, grooving that cleverness, you have limited the infinite bliss. And you chose that clever trickery. But suppose a child is born among the family of thugs or thieves, what they will know? What the child will know? Will repeat. He will think that, oh, I'm successful if I'm one of those. Therefore, Rare gem is the Sadguru. Sadguru, you give everything, including your head, is nothing. You will find Guru Ramana Maharishi's body like a outside American will say, oh, it's a old man's body. Body is body, but you cannot see what is inside. Inside means what is the light. But the one who sees light, then that become body become equal, worse, more than the emerald. As in the beginning, husband, wife, they equalize, equal to gold or diamond. The same way, the one who fulfill you, real fulfillment, not temporary months and years, and then automatically the opposite happens in material world. The one you, the more chatter the words, the opposite comes. Dislike has to come. Attachment, I like this food, I like this. They will have to hate that. The, the attachment has to turn into jealousy, anger, because there is no one to anger except oneself. So, is the transcendental state does not fight this motivational techniques. Oh, better. If it's better, you always till you are dying. Then you teach the tapes how to die better. And of course, people are enough fools. So the world is like blinded, it's like cataract. They cannot understand which is not understandable, which is so simple, pure, innocent heart, because it is not through the eyes of the mind, through the minds of the intellect. Therefore, today there should be a school and university of madness where people can express throughout their enough stupidity, vomit out their madness of ego. And that's only nobody want, because the ego they sustain by the thought, the thinking, the more. Even the richer than the richest man of the world was told by the doctors and their doctors, oh, you slow down. Everything is fine except you slow down. And they said, yeah, we understand, we know. We will, I will slow down, but only death will slow now. Because there is no cure. It has gone too far. Already the one leg is in the grave. And they know that this body will say goodbye. And no, because doctors, psychologists, they can only just put bunch of words and symptoms. But therefore, arise to the immortality, arise to the one which is really real. And then there is no more fear. And then this time become a different qualitative time. Then the same things as you were doing before. Nothing changed. Only the quantumly happens. Quantumly. And you don't even know when it happened. So the real love happens. No words, the language of silence. But we are to still babble, and that's why we have the number that if any bubbling happen in your head, you can babble and question, and we are here to serve you. Praise the Lord.